All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Symposium Sports. I am nice with Ricky. On the other side of the screen is Who Cares? Who Cares? How you doing this evening?
All right, what's going on, Knights? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. I can't complain. It's starting to get cold in the Mile High City out here, but other than that, I'm all right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
here I got my
everybody, let you everybody know. Who cares? Had a big Week 3 win. He had two defining games. It was the New Orleans Saints game against the New York Giants. The New Orleans Saints went in there and beat up the Giants. Not the Giants. Actually, that was the Falcons. That was the difference. Other difference game. The Giants lost to the Falcons, and then the Saints won their game in New England. So those were the two defining games that won who cares? NFL Week 3 pick. But it doesn't matter. I could get another chance, and that's what Week 4 is all about. So we're gonna get right into it.
every week's a special week for
That
success. So
that is correct. That is correct. So we're gonna start it off like that. So the first game, we have the 0-3 Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 2-1 on Thursday Night Football. Who do you like in that one?
um, well, each week Trevor gets better. Um, he's the kid's gonna be good. I think he's gonna have to kind of get welcome to the NFL. On a bad note. Starting perhaps 0-4. I don't see Cincinnati having any less momentum in this game. I'm pretty sure they would like to start this 3-1. Um, now, Cincinnati's defense is suspect. Trevor could do something with it, but I'm pulling with Cincinnati on this one.
Yes, that is definitely a good pick. You definitely gave a lot of good points. I'm going to also have to go with Cincinnati in this game, even though right behind me, I don't know if you see that, I am that Jaguars fan all over the place, but it's just not going to happen this week. They are improving, but Cincinnati's going to have a big win, and they're going to be a surprising 3-1. So that's a good start for them.
Mm-hmm.
The next matchup we have is the Tennessee Titans at the New York Jets. Who do you like in that?
Well, I know that the King Henry train is starting to get the rumbling and rolling. Once that train starts rolling, he starts embarrassing defenses. I don't see, just what I saw last week out of the Jets. You know, their their defensive effort collectively. I don't think we should have. I don't think the Broncos should have tore them up the way we did. So I don't think they're gonna have a. This is a much more solid running game, apparently, with Henry. Yeah, I certainly like Tennessee in this matchup. Um, the Jets are another team that are going to be going through some growing pains.
Yes, unfortunately, that is the case with the Jets. I mean, the coach is coach, first year quarterback. The struggles are definitely there. They look like they're about a year away from even trying to compete. So I like the Tennessee Titans big over the New York Jets in this one. The next matchup we have is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams are coming off of disappointing losses. Both are 1-2. This is already a must-win game for both teams. I would say, I would definitely say for the Eagles. Maybe not the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs could afford to even lose this one, but who knows? What do you like? Who do you like in this one?
Ooh, well, we all saw what happened Monday night, and um, not discrediting Dallas, but I think the Chiefs are going to have a the Chiefs have a way more dynamic offense from quarterback to even their centers. So the Eagles defense looked bad. I mean bad. So ladies and gentlemen, if you think you're going to see a different performance against the Chiefs and the Eagles defense, because they mailed it in at the end, what do you think they're going to do around halftime against the Chiefs? So, Kansas City on this one, I think they come back hungry. Um, they're definitely a team that's used to winning, and it doesn't seem like they like to lose. So, expect them to have a bounce back game this week.
I'm expecting that as well. Jalen Hurts said, hey, when you take a deuce, you don't sit there and look at it. You just flush it and move on. Well, it looks like you're going to be taking another deuce again this week against Kansas City. So I like Kansas City big in Philadelphia. And hey, just keep flushing away out there in Philadelphia. That's all I can say for at least for this week. The next matchup is the Carolina Panthers, the surprising Carolina Panthers at 3-0 at the Dallas Cowboys. This could be a very, very big win definitely for the Carolina Panthers. Also, the Cowboys, they're riding high as well. I like them to win the NFC East, but who do you like in this matchup this week?
Well, after I just finished bashing Dallas, let's give them some props now. You know, I think Dallas they're going to be the team. They're going to be a team to beat in the NFCs for sure, or just the NFC period. They're going to be the team to beat. Kind of like how Kansas City's the team to beat still, even though they have the talent. And they're still the Chiefs any given Sunday, right? So that means you got
Right.
to keep sticking your foot on their necks. But with Dallas, I think Dallas and who again? I'm sorry.
It's the Carolina Panthers at the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, it's devastating to Carolina because yet again Christian McCaffrey has suffered another hamstring injury, and he is the main vessel that generates their offense in Carolina. Now Sam Donald does look impressive. This is gonna be a good game, however, Knights. But with with what I've seen, and I mean they played good so far. I mean they've proven that they can play without Christian McCaffrey, but he's the main vessel of that offense. Um, I don't think they have the backs to get the running game going enough with the defense that Dallas has. So we're gonna give it to Dallas on this one. I
Yes,
am.
this is a very intriguing matchup. I think the loss of Christian McCaffrey is big for the Panthers. Also, they lost the rookie J.C. Horn on defense. They did obtain C.J. Henderson from the Jaguars this week. I don't know if that's going to be a big difference, but he is right now. He was a number 9 overall pick, a very high pick. Maybe a new change of scenery is going to help him there, but it's going to definitely be a tough matchup for them going into Dallas, and I don't see them making an upset. I think they're going to take their first L of the season, and Dallas Cowboys are going to move to 3-1. So I like the Cowboys as well. In the next matchup, we have the New York Giants, who are 0-3 at the New Orleans Saints, who are 2-1. Who do you like in this one?
Okay. Which Jameis Winston are we gonna get? We don't know which. We don't know week for week. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because New Orleans, New Orleans is only as good as Jameis Winston plays. Now, I don't see. I'm going to say because I like Daniel Jones, and eventually, I mean, he's gonna get better each chance he gets. I don't. There's only so many teams that can go 0-4 at this point. I think I think the Giants will at least get their first win starting this week. So give me the New York Giants.
Well, it's a bold move. And like you said, it depends on what Jameis are you going to get. This could be the week where you get a bad Jameis, even though they're in New Orleans. Um, I'm just going to go with New Orleans just because they're at home and just because the Giants are struggling bad. But I can see your point where you're coming from that the New Orleans, the New York Giants, they do it's not like they don't have any talent over there. They got talent. So it could be this week, but I'm gonna go ahead with the New Orleans Saints in that one. So next matchup we have is the Cleveland Browns, who are coming off a great sack performance by Myles Garrett and co. against the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Browns are 2-1. Minnesota is 1-2. Who do you like in this one?
Mm. Mm. Well, Cleveland against Minnesota, you say, huh?
Right.
Well, I like. No, I definitely like Cleveland. Like I said last week, I knew that they were gonna, put a hurting, on the Bears and Justin Fields. I knew that
Yes.
this is gonna be Justin's welcome to the NFL game. So that was definitely uh, a statement made by them, quiet as kept. I don't know if many people paid attention, but that specific win stood out to me. That you know when you hear you got to play Cleveland, you need to be a little bit nervous. Uh, I take the Browns. Period.
I definitely agree with you there because I underestimated them. And I'm thinking of the old Browns. You got to remember, it's been so many years since they haven't been nothing, but I forgot that they have not only Myles Garrett, but they also have Olivier Vernon still. They have Jadavian Clowney on the other end. I mean, they have pass rushers, and it showed last Sunday. So you definitely were correct about that last week. And I like the Cleveland Browns in this one. Minnesota is reeling. I mean, I think that Mike Zimmer era is getting ready to come to an end. It's just not,
Right.
it's not their best year that they had a chance was when they had Case Keenum and Stephon Diggs with the Miracle of Minnesota, but they haven't done anything after that. So
and what they and they only get rid of players that actually help them win. So I don't see Minnesota really doing many things in these next years to come as long as Mike Zimmer is their coach. I'm just gonna be honest.
exactly. And I don't even see him actually. I'm gonna make a prediction right now. I don't even see him being the coach there after this season. I really don't see it. You put all the money into Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is not delivering. He's not living up to the contract. He's got his money already. He ain't worried. But I think he's going to cost Mike Zimmer that job this upcoming season. So I think there's going to be a vacancy in Minnesota as well. But I like the Browns in this one, as you do. The next matchup
Mm-hmm.
is the Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears. And let's make this clear about the Detroit Lions. They had a 1 point lead over the Baltimore Ravens and a record breaking, was it 66 yards? Yeah, 66-yard field goal by Justin Tucker of the Ravens. And it just, gave they gave the Lions another L. They're just used to taking those. Who do you like in this matchup? Detroit at Chicago.
Man, I'm thinking, is Steve Mariucci the coach again? Shoot.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Now that's a team that's looking like they're on the road to 0-16, but no, they did fight against Baltimore. I think it was Baltimore's decline rather than Detroit's come up. Um,
which we will talk about.
Detroit gets another goose egg.
Yes, I don't see too many things happening differently here. Chicago's going to get a bounce back win, and that's about all I can say about that game. The next
Not
matchup,
much to discuss.
right, right, not much to discuss in that one. The next matchup, the Houston Texans at the Buffalo Bills.
Mm.
Houston Texans are 1-2. Bills are 2-1. They're riding high. Josh Allen's looking just like a great quarterback.
Right, and that's pretty much all the more reason why they pull off this. Don't forget, They have another great weapon of Minnesota's, in fact, in Stephon Diggs. You know,
Yes.
that Josh Allen kid, he's proven himself time and time. Uh, I see Buffalo already. Buffalo's going to be a playoff contender. Um, they you can see that they have a winning spirit right now. You know, I go with Bills Mafia.
Gonna go with the Buffalo Bills as well in this matchup. Like I said, Josh Allen, he's the great play. He's having some great quarterback play. It could be MVP almost, like if he keeps playing at this level. And I don't see it slowing down at all. So I like the Bills big time over the Houston Texans. The Indianapolis Colts, 0-3, are traveling to the Miami Dolphins, who are 1-2. And Jacoby Brissett is their quarterback right now. Who do you like in this matchup?
Um, well, Jacoby Brissett showed up as the vet he's been. You know, the past few years. You know, he has the experience. Um, Dolphins really surprised me last week. They they didn't really make too many mistakes. Jacoby Brissett took over. You know, he ran him in the touchdown. I didn't realize he was as big as he is and hard to bring down. Uh, I don't know. I'm seeing Dolphins. I'm gonna pick the Dolphins on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a rare shot.
Going with the Miami Dolphins as well. The Indianapolis Colts, I mean, it's just they're in disarray right now. I don't think it's going to cost Frank Reich his job this season. But if it turns bad in the next 4 games next year, he's definitely out of there too. But it's just definitely a rough road for the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, you got to remember they had Andrew Luck in their plans. They expected him to be the quarterback right now, and right now Carson Wentz is hobbling. You don't know if he's going to be healthy or not. But they're not going to win this one this week. So I like the Dolphins over the Colts as well. The
Good
Washington
deal.
football team is traveling to the Atlanta Falcons. Both teams are 1-2. Who do you like in this matchup?
Mm. Now I'm supposed. Now usually a week I would pick a. This is kind of an upset within the battle of two of the lesser teams. So um, out of the blue, I don't really have much statistical knowledge for my reason that I'm picking Atlanta, but um, I'm gonna go with a more veteran quarterback in Matt Ryan. Uh, let's just let's just say I see more of a momentum coming into this game for Atlanta.
All right, Atlanta. And I'm going to go with the Washington football team. And the reason I'm going to go with them, the pass rushers they have on that side of the ball, and you got a stationary target in Matt Ryan, who is not as mobile as he used to be. And that offensive line for the Atlanta Falcons is not the best. And I like these pass rushers against him because Tampa Bay's pass rushers, they pretty much did the same thing when they played in week 2. So I definitely like the Washington football team in this matchup traveling to the Atlanta Falcons. The next game, we have the Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. The Seahawks are 1-2, actually. Let's keep that in mind because I had to just look at that record again. Wow. They are 1-2, and they're going to the San Francisco 49ers, who just lost a game by 1 point on a last second field goal by Mason Crosby for the Packers. Who do you like in this matchup? The division rivalry, too, is an important game.
Right, right, and usually with this portion of the NFC, the NFC West, usually the home team prevails in these type of games. Um, I I kind of like how I like I still kind of like the combination of Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. That seems to be working a little bit for them. So, with that being said, uh, plus even though even though the defense is a little shaky, I don't see enough solidarity. Who it's going to be hard to hold Tyler Lockett, but at the same instance, you know, Seattle's defense, I could see some openings in there, which could be exposed. So I'm picking San Francisco.
Yes, I like San Francisco in this matchup as well. I think they need to give the ball to Trey Sermon. Everybody listen to that name, Trey Sermon from Ohio State. You remember in the Big Ten championship, I believe in 2019, Trey Sermon ran for over 300 yards. That's like a big deal when
Yes.
you run for over 300 yards in a Big Ten championship game. That says a lot about you as a running back. And I think they need to feed him the ball more. And I think that, that win, they had a win in their hands last week and they let it get away. I don't think they're going to let this one get away. And I think they're going to be really, really motivated because it's a divisional opponent. So I like San Francisco in this one as well. The next matchup, the Arizona Cardinals, 3-0 at the LA Rams, who are 3-0. This is the game of the week, in my opinion. This definitely is the game of the week, in my opinion, for on the field reasons only. Who do you like in this matchup?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely go with you on that one. As far as it being the game of the week, uh, man, Kyler Murray, he's doing unbelievable things that a guy his size only that you can only imagine. He's the Spud Webb of the league, and
Yes.
I like the strength. I love how strong and get after it this Cardinals defense is. You know, uh, you can't hold DeAndre Hopkins an entire game. It doesn't matter who you put on him. He's going to make some big catches. He's going to help them move down the field. And this is going to be a game of moving down the field. And you know, I like I like Arizona's fast pace. It's kind of like a fast break type of offense. So I'm going with the Cardinals.
Yes. Also, you just talked about DeAndre Hopkins. He just got paid 2-year, $54 million contract extension with the Cardinals. That's a lot of money. It's big time money for a wide receiver, especially. Michael Irvin probably would try to get the pass back on to go back there and be the playmaker for that type of money. But in this matchup, it's definitely a good game. It's a great matchup. It's one of the best matchups I've seen this season so far. But I like the LA Rams. Matthew Stafford is just looking MVP like. Deshaun Jackson, he's still playing at his high level that we've all known him to do and be. We got Cooper Cup. No one talks about Cooper Cup that much, but we need to start talking about him more. He makes all the
Sleeping on
catches,
that guy.
and all them touchdowns. He has I think he has a record for starting a season off with touchdown catches. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I like the Rams in this one. I think they're gonna keep rolling. The defense is Aaron Donald's playing lights out. Leonard Floyd on the other side, he's rushing that passer. I like the Rams
Uh-huh.
in this one, and actually I like them big. I think they're gonna just put it on Arizona because I seen weaknesses in that secondary of Arizona last week. Although they were playing Jacksonville and they made two interceptions, I still saw weaknesses that I did not see, previously against in their first two victories. So I definitely like the LA Rams big time over the Arizona Cardinals in this one.
Yep, and
The
to my
next
lovely fans of
matchup.
LA, to my lovely fans of LA, you know what I mean. I'm usually on the Rams bandwagon, but um, I'm a pick. I'm striving to be a pick specialist, so you know there's going to be some. I'm pretty good with my upset picks. in my heart. So, but anyway, let's move on.
I mean, and that has been proven already. So that has been proven. So the next matchup we had is a rematch of the Super Bowl from a few years back. The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Green Bay Packers. They both have the same quarterbacks from that Super Bowl still starting for them. Who do you like in this matchup in legendary Lambeau Field?
Mm. Well, I like the pizzazz that Green Bay has picked up again. Um, usually, usually I don't. You'll notice I don't as much as Knights does. Compare both sides of the ball. But I see a team. Usually, when I see a team with the momentum in my heart, I usually go with them. It could have been catastrophic for Green Bay as of coming in and now, and I think they get it. Uh, you know, Aaron Rodgers is a leader, and I mean, him and Adams are that Stockton and Malone. So I'm going with Green Bay on this one at
I
Lambeau.
also like Green Bay in this one as well. That they did regain their confidence, especially after week one. That was just disastrous. It was like questioning if Aaron Rodgers was serious about football. But as the last 2 weeks and that enthusiasm he showed at the end of that San Francisco game last week, that showed he is interested in this game still, and he's still playing with that passion. So I definitely like them big time over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is the end of Big Ben. I think we already talked about this, but that offensive line play is
Right,
probably the worst I've seen in Steelers history since I've been alive. So I definitely like the Green Bay Packers as well in this matchup
right.
in Lambeau Field. The next matchup, this is definitely an interesting matchup here. The Baltimore Ravens at the Denver Broncos. Who do you like in this match?
Whew. All right, fellas. This is our test, and you know what I mean. Honestly, we haven't played anybody yet. This is gonna be a test, and quite frankly, I don't know if this is a test this, that we're necessarily ready for. Denver, I have to say is, I think, I think Lamar Jackson, someone of that speed and that magnitude, we're gonna have a speedy secondary. That's why we have a Kareem Jackson. That's why we have a Patrick Surtain the second. That's why we have a Von Miller. So that's why I'm going with the Broncos.
All right, the Mile High City, the Denver Broncos. It's Broncos country here, everybody. If you ever come to Denver, this is Broncos country. You can like other teams all you want, but they will let you know it's Broncos country. And I have to agree with it. Growing up here, I have to agree with that as well. In this matchup, it's a tough matchup. I like Denver because they're at home. It's just, can they stop Lamar Jackson running the ball? That's the key. That's my only worry with this game. Passing the ball, I'm not worried about Lamar Jackson passing the ball, but him running against Denver, that's my only concern. But I like Teddy Bridgewater. I think Teddy Bridgewater is going to get a defining game, and he's going to take that MVP lead if he wins this game because he's going to be 4-0. He's going to take the MVP lead if he wins big against the Ravens. So I'm going with the Denver Broncos as well. So I'm going with them.
Yeah, Patrick Surtain is going to be able to read that kind of telegraphing on the pass. It's like that inaccurate passing. Lamar Jackson's going to pay for it.
That is correct.
You
That
know.
is correct. And you got to remember, he learned a lot from his dad. So Patrick Surtain Sr., he definitely taught him well, and I can see it is translated on the field. So yes, we're gonna see that all unfold this Sunday at 2:25 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. the Sunday night game. This is the momentum. This is like this game right here. This is the event of the week, rather, the NFL event of the week. We already had the game of the week. This one is the event of the week. Tom Brady travels back to Foxborough, Gillette Stadium, to take on the New England Patriots and his old coach, Bill Belichick. Everybody remember, this is the only team Tom Brady has not beaten in his career. If he wins this game, he will have beaten every team in NFL history. Who do you like this? Who do you like in this matchup?
I like that tidbit, because not many people are thinking about that. Like he hasn't beaten the Patriots yet because he was the Patriots. You couldn't
Right,
name the Patriots without putting Tom Brady in the equation. You know, Tom Brady is is an equation artist. You know what I mean? He's an equation architect. You know, he no math problem is solved without putting 12 in it somehow. I don't know why. It just seems to be the case.
right.
I think Tom, Tom is fired up about this. So, I mean, he goes to Gillette Stadium and it's another day at the office. He's going to show all of his fans why he's so admired and why he's, damn, the GOAT. Tom Brady's the damn GOAT, So, I'm taking Tampa Bay in this one. The defense in New England, uh, it's. I see Evans having a big day. I see Godwin having a big day. I see Gronk having a big day. You think Gronk's not fired to go back to Gillette Stadium? He's probably going to be more excited than Tom is. So that they're going to have basically a Patriots day in Patriots Stadium against the Patriots. I picked Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one as well. Right now, you just talked about that New England Patriots defense. I think they're playing off a reputation, and they're just playing the system that Bill Belichick has in place. But these players ain't as dominant as the ones in the past. Dante Hightower missed last season because of COVID. Patrick Chung missed last season because of COVID. They're back now, but taking that year off, it just messes with you, especially when you're a veteran. And right now, they're just not looking in sync right now. And Mac Jones, he's going along with how to play the game and stuff, but you know, I mean, at this point, I'm thinking you might as well should have kept Cam Newton just because, I mean, the run, he hasn't made too many plays running and stuff that I know Cam would have made, but that's neither here nor there. And it's looking like it's just going to be a Tom Brady show, and he's just going to be like I told you so. That's pretty much what he's going to tell Bill Belichick this Sunday night. So that's my pick for that. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the New England Patriots. And then,
You can't even roll the word New England off your tongue without,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. I'm just
Put
so
Tom in the equation.
you're right about that. There's no way whenever you think the New England Patriots, you think of number 12. And it's just strange, even though it's been over a year, that to just say Tom Brady, oh, I'm the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like it's still just strange, because the Patriots quarterbacks before then, you had Drew Bledsoe, then you had Hugh Millen in 1992 when he used to hand off to Leonard Russell. I mean, they had no quarterbacks there really. So that's what I'm saying. This is definitely just a major transition. Still got to get through it. And then the Monday night game. This is two cities that didn't have teams for the last over 20 years. One of them never even had until last season. The Las Vegas Raiders, who are 3-0, traveling to the Los Angeles Chargers, 2-1. Man, you got to love that game. If
Oh yeah.
you're a fan of both teams, and you want to go to both stadiums, you are lucky to go to both stadiums because those are two of the most beautiful stadiums I've ever seen.
State of the art, just dynamic. Excuse me. Just
Right.
dynamic in every aspect. You know, um, not many stadiums are painted the team's color like the Raiders are, and then you know, SoFi just looks like a intergalactic spaceship just landed right in the middle of Inglewood.
It's like it's like a resort. It's like you might want to go to vacation there.
Right. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. Vacation for the weekend.
Right.
For real. But yeah, out of these two, um, now the Chargers have come off a pretty huge win against the Chiefs, a team that is still very much in playoff talks. Regardless of their start at this point, uh, I believe people are saying, according to the experts, people are saying that the Raiders are the strongest team and are the team to win the AFC West. Now, this is going to be the week to prove that. Uh, but you know, if the Broncos win and then they win, then we'll be having a different conversation. Now, it's at SoFi Stadium, huh? And
Yes.
so far, the LA teams have had a pretty good streak in their stadium.
Yes,
Um,
they have.
they both teams, both the Rams and the Chargers. Justin Herbert is looking stronger and stronger than ever. Even though Derek Carr is looking more and more of a veteran, you know what I'm saying? That he's starting to come into that veteran role. Um, Justin Herbert is just he's people don't realize how big of a specimen this kid is. He's 6'6". You know, I'm not sure how what his weight is, but he seems to be a pretty big kid. He's not as easy to take down as you think. Um, I just think the weapons in Keenan Allen, and then you have McMichael, which is is it Michaels or McMichael? I think it's McMichael. However, the wide receiver number 81. They
Mike
are
Williams.
pretty good
Mike
weapons.
Williams.
Mike Williams, that's right. Mike Williams, they've been pretty good weapons for Justin Herbert. Um, I don't like, I don't really like Vegas pass rush defense. They they haven't gotten to the quarterback enough. Um, I think LA pulls this one off and gives the AFC West triumphant Las Vegas Raiders their first L of the season.
Yes, this is definitely a good AFC West matchup. The emergence of Justin Herbert. I mean, like you said, I think he's around 240 or 250. He's a big guy. He ain't little, and that's for sure. It's definitely going to be a good matchup. I actually like the Las Vegas Raiders in this matchup. I do understand the pass rush that you're talking about on Las Vegas side is not as strong, but I definitely like what Derek Carr is doing this season. He definitely has some good weapons on the outside and also on the inside with probably one of the best tight ends of football, Darren Waller. Also, Brandon Staley, the new coach of the Los Angeles Chargers, and the former ex-coach Anthony Lynn. He left him a pretty good team there. He didn't take nothing out of the cupboard. He didn't leave the cupboard empty for him. He's got a good foundation to start with this team because Anthony Lynn had molded that team together, which was pretty good under him. They went to the playoffs one time, but I definitely like the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to LA in this one. I think it's going to be a signature win for Derek Carr, and it's going to put him on top of the AFC West Do I still think they're the team to come out of the West? I can't say that because Kansas City is still there. But this week, they're going to beat the LA Chargers in LA. So, yes,
You're right.
that is our week 4 picks there. And definitely we're looking forward to these games like we do all every week, all day long. Definitely going to be watching tomorrow night and on Sunday and Monday. And definitely just keep in tune with Symposium Sports. We're going to be here, at least, the day before or a few days before with our picks for the upcoming weeks of the season. And, we might chime in and, discuss other things that's going on. Actually, one thing I do want to discuss real quick. I had said this a few weeks ago on Facebook. I said the Tampa Bay Buccaneers we're going to be needing some cornerbacks if they want to go win another title again. This was after I was watching them play the Dallas Cowboys. Sure enough, lo and behold,
Lo and behold,
Richard Sherman gets signed today by Tampa Bay. What do you think of that signing, and what do you think of the league as a whole where defensive backs are needed now?
well, I mean, he definitely was the most marketable free agent out there. Um, I think that was about as good as a move Tampa Bay could have made. Considering what is out there. Uh, Richard Sherman still has something left. You know, I think Tampa Bay did the right thing, and then I think that just made them just that much stronger because they're smart enough. It seems like the organization, if not, is Bruce Arians. I think Bruce Arians knows where he's weak at, and he tries to target that. Um, that's why eventually he did pick up Antonio Brown. They needed just that extra wide receiver. You know what I mean? So, um, it's definitely a stepping stone of what they're trying to accomplish. It depends on how the rest of the season unfolds. We'll see. You know, players are getting hurt every week. You know, uh, someone's gonna need a gap somewhere. But yeah, Tampa Bay made the right move. Uh, they couldn't have picked. I mean, they couldn't. I don't think they could have picked anybody better right now.
Definitely agree with you there. I mean, it was amazing to me that he was a free agent for this long. I mean, albeit the off the field stuff that happened in this past summer, I'm not holding that against him, and that's ongoing. We're not going to discuss that. But with him as a football player, he's one of the smartest football players I've ever seen. He's always in the right spots. He's not okay. He definitely isn't good against Tyreek Hill or a speedy receiver like that. That's just not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that was the showcase in the Super Bowl. It didn't show. It wasn't good for him then. But if you need a guy just to play that cover 3 zone and he mans that zone area, this is the type of cornerback you need. Of course, he was part of the Legion of Boom, so he knows how to win. He should have had more than one Super Bowl. They should have had a few, maybe 3. That team was that good when he was in Seattle. And then he got there with San Francisco and almost won there too. So I think Bruce Arians, like you said, he definitely knows what he wants. He knows his weaknesses, and he signed the right guy at the right time in this situation. But I still think they're gonna need some extra cornerback help. They're gonna need somebody else. Also, you got to remember Baltimore. They still they're getting away with their backups right now because Marcus Peters went down. That's why I said this is the year of the cornerback. If you got your healthy cornerbacks, you are very fortunate and lucky to even go in the playoffs with it. If you start getting banged up there, that's when you see a team start declining. That's when you're gonna see that.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
definitely that was a big signing for them to me, and we'll get to see if Richard still got it. We're gonna find out.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it should be interesting to see that. And I wonder if he's gonna have time to suit up he probably won't because of the COVID restrictions and stuff now. So we might not
Right.
see him until
Since
next week.
so yep. So that's right. They got to go through a protocol and quarantine, I suppose.
Right. If you haven't been with the team, I'm not sure if Richard Sherman's vaccinated or not, but I'm pretty sure the process is faster if he was vaccinated. But it's still, he's probably not going to play this upcoming week. It'll probably be the following week. We'll
Right.
see Richard Sherman's Tampa Bay Buccaneer debut. And it's interesting that the "you mad, bro?" That's gonna come full circle. He's in the locker room with him now.
People are already talking about that. Actually,
So
people are
yeah,
already
that's
talking about that.
that's gonna be an
Shout
interesting.
out to That's Good Sports. I heard that from him. You know what I'm saying? Perner. That's his last name, Perner. From That's Good Sports. He made a segment called "You Mad, Bro." I
And
didn't
hey,
get to
everybody,
get
that's
to watch
Denver's
it,
own.
but Denver's own. I want to butcher his first name. I want to say Matt Perner, but Perner, you know who you are. Shout out to you. Check out That's Good Sports.
Definitely, definitely. So yeah, everybody, that's our picks for week 4. We're looking forward to it. Uh, and that was our views on the defensive back in the NFL today, the need of them, especially, with all these big time quarterbacks getting injured. So definitely can't wait till the game tomorrow night and Sunday and Monday night. So I'm nice with Ricky. You can follow my channel too, the same handle name right there. And then who cares? He's going to be here. This is our Symposium Sports. We're going to be discussing these games and everything. And definitely just like, share, and subscribe. We're growing as a channel. And, we're just going to keep bringing the content to you. You got anything else to say? Who cares?
No, nothing else. For those who love sports, tap in here. Maybe we could be somewhat your gurus on your picks I'm saying on your gambling tip. But yeah, this is something that we've been passionate about since little kids, and this is just something that we take a lot of stock in. You know, if we weren't doing this on the film, we'd be doing this over the phone like we've been doing for last 30 some years. So, I hope I'm new to this, so I'm definitely yet to get better in it. And don't forget about Nice with Ricky. Also tap into that channel.
Yes. So yeah, we're just getting started with this, and hey, we just gonna keep working through it and everything, and it's just everything's looking good, and we just like I said, we'd be talking about this even if we wasn't doing this. This is just something we've done for years, and instead of us just talking, we just say, hey, let's finally record it and just have it just there, and we can always look back on that like that instead of we can always have the memories, but it's going to even be better now because now I'd be like, oh wow, we had all this. So definitely looking forward to.
Because yep. No, go ahead, Ricky. You got the floor.
Oh yeah. So I'm just saying, just definitely, we're just looking forward to just keep doing this, and I'm just excited that we finally got it going. Instead of us talking about it, we finally got it going, and it's just only going to get better from here. So that's all I have to say. So everybody, nice rookie, you know, definitely keep
All
tuning in, and
mm-hmm.
we'll see you next week.
All right, I'm Who Cares, and enjoy your football week, everybody.
All right, peace.